In the wee hours of the night on 1st March 2010, heavy rains fell in the Mount Elgon region, triggering one of the worst landslides in Uganda's history. The most affected areas were in Bududa district, and an estimated 300 people were killed in Nametsi, Kumbeo and Nankombe villages. Houses, gardens, churches and markets were destroyed in a flash. 2 years later, on 24th June 2012, Ugandans again awoke to horrific scenes from Bududa district. The landslide had left several villages in devastation. Namanga and Bunakasala were the most affected. This is Bunamulembwe village, Blushek sub-county, located in Bududa district. Now this earth you're seeing right now was deposited here from the slopes of Mount Elgon. This place has a very tragic history, and in 2012, people who were living here had to leave this place after landslides occurred. A number of people also died, and to be precise, the exact number was 18. 9 people were fatally injured, and 15 houses were buried in the mudslides. A government emergency team led by the army spent days trying to dig up the remains of those who were buried in the mud. A resident, Francis Watsakula, lost almost everything in the landslides.
When the landslide occurred to our place, we have lost a lot of things. We lost crops, we lost our animals, we have lost life, we have lost our trees and what have you. So it has caused caused a very big loss.
He still lives in the same place and does not have any hope of relocating. He and his wife are looking after 7 children. Some of these are from his brother who died in a landslide.
What I saying, life is becoming very difficult because when the calamity occurred, he even lose his brother. Property is taken for his brother, and they are taking care of the orphanages for now.
A landslide is any geological process in which gravity causes rock, soil, artificial field, or a combination of the three to move down a slope. Several things can trigger landslides, including slow withering of rocks, soil erosion, earthquakes, volcanic activity, or heavy rainfall. The major force that propels landslides is gravity. Moving around this area, you notice a large crater on Earth caused by a mudslide. The size of the crater increases by the day, especially with a downpour. Families still occupy this area and cultivate their gardens, oblivious of the risks they are exposed to. Children also play around freely. The cracks in the earth are evident, showing a potential threat to life. As we move around, it becomes more evident that the whole area is surrounded by cracks. This is Bushika sub-county.
This landslide occurred as early as 1997. And of course, the first place, there were houses, people were staying there. And of course, when it rained heavily, it eroded, and eventually people's lives were lost, and even the properties, animals were taken.
Local leaders in Bududa district say they have tried their best to convince the people to relocate from these disaster-prone areas, but the people are adamant.
We have tried on all level basis as political leaders to mobilize people to evacuate the place, but insisting that they should stay here because it is believed that they were born from here and they have nowhere to go.
We are trying to tell our people, first of all, to at least we don't have enough land, but whoever has a small land to plant some trees so that we can minimize the landslide. But the land which we have is not enough.
After the Bududa mudslide in 2010, government relocated hundreds of people to Kiandongo district in midwestern Uganda and others to neighboring Bulambuli district. However, a few years later, some people left Kiandongo and returned to Bududa. As the weather increasingly becomes unpredictable due to climate change and its adverse effects, the rainy season spells disaster for the people in Bududa and other hilly areas of Uganda such as Kabale. Every year before the rainy seasons begin in Bududa, the district leadership meet to lay strategies to prevent or counter disasters.
One of the factors which is causing all this is the overpopulation and the regular digging of the same land. That means it loses grip. So eventually it sweeps down because it is weak. So we are digging on the same piece of land every now and then. So it gives away very fast because it is loose.
On the 28th of April, heavy downpour, which lasted about 5 hours, caused a landslide in Manjia County, destroying property, homes and gardens. Over 2,000 homes are now at risk due to the increasing number of cracks in the area. Increasing human activity like rampant tree cutting and undercutting of slopes for construction due to the rising population have left the soils bare, exposing the area to landslides. Suhail Mugabi, NTV Green.